Hey friends, if you're in a season of life right now where you're trying to figure out, is this person really my friend? Should I be in this friend group? Is this for me? This episode of Free Infusion is going to give you clarity because we're going to discuss friendship through the stages of life. So no matter what stage you're in, friend, this episode of Free Infusion is for you. Stay tuned.
Friend Fusion. Marker and action.
Hi friends, I'm Trinity Mitchell, better known as your friend Tran, and welcome to today's episode of Friend Fusion. Today I have a guest with me who you all may know as Steen. But her name is Ernestine, and I'm so glad that she agreed to come and not just support me, but have a conversation with me. She is absolutely amazing. I will tell you my first interaction with her. She tagged me in a post telling other women to come and support me. And I was like, wait, who is this? This is so cool. She's a perfect stranger, yet she has embraced me. So, hey, friends.
Hi.
Now you gotta take everybody. Friends, welcome to the set of Friend Fusion, Ernestine Morrison. So,
Peace,
hey,
peace,
friends.
peace, family. Hey, friends.
Exactly. I really do appreciate you. I was just telling you how much that mattered to me. Sometimes when we're growing and evolving, and like as a creative, putting out a work,
Yes.
it can be challenging because like you are sharing the most vulnerable parts with the world.
Yes.
On that internet.
On that internet.
On that internet. And it can be very challenging, but I think also the other side of that is sometimes when you're growing around people who have like, they've like placed you in this box.
Yes.
And you end up like breaking the box they put you in.
Yes.
And the people you like, these are the people in most cases that you expect to support you the most, right? And
they rarely do.
Yeah, and they rarely do. But let me tell you what God has done for me. It's like God has using people. I thought having connections with certain people who have like certain platforms, like they reach a lot of people. I thought that those would be the people that support me, or like because I know them, but God has taken so many people who have like a significant amount of people following them. Like they have like big platforms, and God has used those people to post me.
Yeah.
Like perfect strangers.
Yeah.
And I think it's like every time it happens to me, I get emotional because I'm like, it's just crazy how you can look for something from one place and God is doing a whole nother thing.
And he's like, no, baby, you were looking over here, but I'm about to bring it from way over here.
And it's bigger than what you thought.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Every single time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It connects you to people that you're not connected to and so forth. And so, yeah, I'm grateful for you.
I am grateful for you.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for your mind.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for the way you are using your platform to share your vulnerability, your truth, your transparencies, and it's really a blessing. And it's refreshing, and I'm grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're friends?
We're friends. Okay. Look, she was already my friend in my head before I got here. I was like, yeah, I'm going with my friend Trinity real quick. We're going to have a little girls' time together.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
Let's talk about friendship through stages, right? Stages of life. Because I think a lot of times when we think about, especially as women, when we think about even the term mean girls, we think about it being like in school.
Yeah.
It's only being like there, like in the hallways of schools. But the truth
like
is
the class bully or the it girl who was just mean to everyone because you were beneath her.
Yes. Like Regina George.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Regina George, yes.
But like, I told Brandon, it's like it so in some way that mean girl behavior just like follows you through life, where you get to college and there's a mean girl.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And then you get to your job and you're in corporate America and there's a mean girl. Or you navigate into like entrepreneurship and there are mean girls. You go to church and there are mean girls.
The biggest kicker though is you're a mean girl. There's a phase in your life where you're like, oh, wow, I actually am the mean girl. Or I was the mean girl in that season. That's the biggest blow of them all.
Yes.
Especially after reading the book, I'm like, oh, I kind of identify with that one a little bit.
Don't do that.
Is that me? Was that me? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you think in the book? Which one do you think really resonated with you the most?
Oh man, I think there was bits and pieces of each where I'm like, okay, I can see seasons where I was here, but definitely, I'm a know-it-all. I'm a know-it-all. Now, the way you describe know-it-all to the T, I wouldn't say I identified with all of it, but holistically, I'm the know-it-all friend.
Can't tell you nothing.
Can't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
So you can't tell you nothing. So there's nothing I can tell you.
Yes.
No, because I know it all. I've been there, done that.
Yes.
I experienced that too. Oh yeah, because see, the way I do it is it's like, okay, girl. So you just know everything.
Right. So
Yeah.
how do you think that's actually affected your friendships?
I think now that I'm so aware of it, it makes people not trust you. There's a lack of trust. Because when I'm vulnerable with you and I open up to you because I think you're my friend and you're a sounding board for me right now, and you hit me with this know-it-all energy, now I'm shutting down and I'm retracting because I feel like A, you're judging me, A, you're stomping me down, A, you're silencing me, B, you're hushing me. So now I don't even feel trusting to open this information up with you anymore because you just know it all.
Yeah.
You know it all. And you're this authority and this demeaning thing. So now I'm just going to go over here and tell my secrets because I just don't trust it. Not that
It doesn't feel safe.
It doesn't feel safe.
Yeah.
Because you know it all. And I think what I've done recently, especially this last year, I have had a whole friendship thing this last year, but what I've done, even when I feel like I know something, you don't have to say it. And I've been working on that lately.
Me too, friend.
The interview be like, don't say
Me
it. It's cool.
too,
You don't have to say
friend.
it.
Yes, and it does not saying something does not make you a fake friend. Not saying something does not make you any less of a friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes just because it's true does not mean that it's necessary to say.
communicate.
I think for me, maturing is realizing that you don't got to say everything.
You don't have to say
Yeah,
it. You don't.
and you're not a fake friend because you like sometimes you need to let people ruminate with their own thoughts.
Yes.
Like they need that space and time.
Yes.
Sometimes people really do just need someone to listen.
Yes.
And I'm like at this big age, at 33, I'm
Right.
like, girl, shut up.
Yeah, be quiet.
Yes.
Be quiet.
Yes.
And just because it's the truth, and a lot of times it is the truth, and most of the time, I would say all the time, it's coming from a great place because
Yes.
I love you.
Yes.
But that is not your job. You are not God. You are not her
No.
authority.
Yes.
You're not her mommy or her daddy.
Yes.
That is not. Why do you think that's your job?
And I think too, a lot of women who are like this, we'll find ourselves offended when we realize that we've been excluded from knowing certain things.
Yeah.
And
Like, you guys didn't tell me about it?
yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't tell me about it because you didn't want to hear what I had to say about it because I'm always got something to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, which is funny, I literally just created content about this where I was talking about how people will feel some kind of way because they've been excluded, but the people who have excluded you actually wanted to involve you. But all that talking, all that know-it-all,
You excluded
all that,
yourself.
You excluded yourself. Exactly.
You excluded yourself.
That behavior excluded you.
Yes.
And now you feeling some kind of way because they just want to feel safe. They don't feel safe
Yeah.
with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that in itself creates a thing in you because it's like, why don't you feel safe with me? I'm your realest friend.
Yeah.
I'm the one who's actually going to be honest. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize is, yeah, you're honest, but you don't know how to communicate your honesty. And that's why people don't feel safe.
For sure.
Yeah, it's honest.
Yeah.
But it was a little hard too. And it was a little
Abrasive.
aggressive. And the timing was off.
Yes.
And you didn't watch your tone.
The timing.
Whew, the timing.
timing.
The timing was off. And you didn't have the wherewithal to say, you know what? Let me wait 10 minutes. You know what? Let me give her a week to just ruminate on it and come
Yeah.
back. You didn't have the wherewithal because you know it all.
Yes.
You
know
got,
it
you
all.
got to tell her right now.
Yeah.
So that is what I have been working on this last year. And when I tell you, it actually helps me. I feel better.
Like you like yourself more.
I like me more.
Yes.
And it takes anxiety off me too. It's like, you know, it's not even your issue.
Yes.
Why do you make everybody's issue your issue?
And our friends, they don't need coaches.
Yes.
Sometimes
They're not-
they just
they're
want
not your
friends.
mentee.
Yes. Yeah, they're not your mentee. They just want
Yes.
friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to call and tell you, girl, like they really blew me. And not without you telling me, well, you need to adjust your attitude. Like I just like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, just listen. I just wanted you to listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Ernestine, you've navigated many different relationships throughout your life.
Yes.
How have you seen your friendships evolve from your younger years to now? And what has been the biggest shift in how you approach friendship as you've matured?
What has been the biggest difference? Say the question again.
The last question is, what has been the biggest shifts in how you approach friendship as you've matured?
I think I approach friendship the same, really. Again, we've talked about this. I love friendship.
Yeah.
I love friends. I love women. I love girls. My mom will tell you, like, I've always been, oh, Mom, this is my friend. Oh, Mom, this is my friend Katie. Oh, I'm bringing friends home since elementary school, middle school, high school. I'm still friends with my high school friends. I'm still friends with my college friends. I'm still in a group chat with both friends, friend groups from high school and college. So I wouldn't say that how I approach friendship has changed, but what I can say has changed is my expectation of friendship.
In what way?
That's what's changed. In my spiritual maturation and in my maturation of friending, the expectation of people should love me the way I want them to love me, or they should treat me the way I treated them, or they should consider me the way I considered them, that has changed. That expectation that has given me constant anxiety over time has changed. So I don't really change the way I approach friendship. I'm a lover. I'm going to Peace Queen. Hey, come over. Let's do a girls' date. Let's work out together. I love all that. That's not going to change how I get to know people very intimately. I have a gift of like studying you. I'm like, okay, I see that she loves Snickers.
Oh, that's me.
I love that she loves Snickers. Okay, I'm gonna send you a Snicker bar to your house. Like I have a really good gift of like knowing people intimately, paying attention to details about you. That's not gonna change.
Yeah.
What has changed is my expectation of people. And I think historically I put too great of expectation on people to treat me the way I treated them, or consider me the way I considered them, or love me the way I love them. That's what's changed.
Yeah, I think too. I think when we place these expectations on people, sometimes we can end up feeling resentful of them for not meeting them, and sometimes they don't have it to give to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we end up feeling resentful. We end up this barrier in our relationship because I feel some kind of way because I want some Skittles, but you don't have Skittles to give me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Or I feel a way because not only do you not have the Skittles, you never even noticed that I like the Skittles.
Oh.
You didn't notice that I like Skittles in 12
And
years?
I pay attention to everything.
I pay attention to, I know you like Captain Crunch. I know your favorite book is The Coldest Winter Ever. I know your favorite color is blue, but you didn't know I like Skittles?
Yeah.
I'm offended. I'm hurt.
Yes.
But what I have changed is that, like, dealing with that offense. I've changed that.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me, how do you think dealing with that has affected your friendships?
How has dealing with that offense?
Yeah, dealing with the offense of, well, that's changed. Actually, how you used to respond to it has changed. So now that you no longer have the expectation of people, how has that affected your friendships? Are they flourishing?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I can say right now, genuinely, I'm in a season where I love the people around me. And again, I have some of my same friends that I've had for 20 years, but I also have a lot of new associates around me, and new people and colleagues around me, and new budding friends. Because I really am so intentional.
I love that you changed the terms.
Yes, I'm intentional about that word now.
Yes.
So there's some amazing associates around me now, some good budding friendships, and then some friends who are gang, been gang.
Yeah.
And I love where I'm at. And it's not even about, I think, just to answer your question in a roundabout way, it's not even about how have the relationships changed or how has that affected your friendships, because I'm not even placing it on anybody else anymore but me. It's changed me. So it has nothing to do with anybody else but me.
Yeah.
And what's changed is me. And what's changed is my level of expectation and how I'm affected by your actions. Because you're going to be you.
Yes.
People are going to be people. What I love about the journey that I'm on right now is like I am just working on me.
You're learning to adjust.
So even though you forgot the Skittles or you didn't notice the Skittles, I'm just not letting it I'm choosing, because I have the power and authority.
Yes.
I am choosing not to let it affect me the way it did 3 years ago.
Yes. I think too, I used to, in the same way, having these high expectations of people to be the friend that I am to them. I think, and just adjusting to who people are makes me remove this idea that everybody's a bad person. Because I think for me, I would, because you don't friend me the way I friend you, you're a bad person. I used to be like that. But it doesn't make them a bad person.
Yeah.
You just need to adjust.
Yes.
Like, to expect that from them and them not meet that expectation.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unspoken expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you never spoke up about it.
You never.
You never addressed it.
You never communicated
Never
how you would like to
communicated.
be loved.
Yes.
And I think too, in this season of my life, I'm trying to be more intentional with not just trying to show up for because I do really well at like you said, you like Snickers, I'm gonna get you Snickers.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
I want to I'm gonna show you that I'm intentional about you, right?
Yep.
But I think too, also asking, what's your love language? You know what I mean?
How do you want to be loved?
Yeah, how do you?
Because I know
wanna be
how I
loved?
want to love you.
Yes.
But how would you like to be loved?
Yes, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I think we can often think of these things just to be that's too much. If I gotta do all that, friendship has changed my life. Friendship it has saved my life. So I'm it's not too much. Like a lot of people don't realize how intentionality is friendship is simple. Be intentional. Be very intentional.
Yes.
Be kind and show up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's really simple. Friendship is really
it's simple when you sum it up that way, but it's still hard. It's hard to be intentional.
Yeah.
So intentional means on purpose.
Okay. On the contrary.
Anything you do on purpose, you have to put effort into. So there's a level of effort I have to put into this relationship.
Is effort hard with people you want to be in connection with?
Sometimes effort's hard with your husband. You love your husband to death. Sometimes effort's hard with your mom. You love your mom. So, effort is hard. When I want to go to the gym and get a six-pack, I have to put in effort.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a six-pack.
That's true.
It's hard to put in effort to do those 500 crunches at night.
It's hard to eat that salad.
Absolutely. It's hard. So anything you do with intentionality and purpose and effort can be hard.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that it's only hard. Doesn't mean that it's always hard, but anything worth having is worth fighting for. If I want the six-pack, I'm going to fight through the urge to eat them donuts.
Yeah.
And if I want to be your friend and I want this friendship to last, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to consider you. I'm going to regard you. And I think at the end of the day, that's what I want. It's the consideration. And I'm really big on definitions. When I look up the definition of considerate, it's to think carefully of. I just want you to think carefully of me like I think carefully of you, which is why I know about the Skittles. It says to hold in regard. I want you to regard me the way I regard you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. Is it simple? Yes.
Is it complicated? Can it be hard?
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that. And I'm really glad that you brought out that perspective because friendship does require effort.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, especially as adults, and can we just talk about how hard friendship can be for adults?
Absolutely.
With spouses, with businesses, with just full lives, with so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
This episode is great, right, friend? I know. Join me for more episodes just like this one in my Patreon community. That's patreon.com/yourfriendtrend. I cannot wait to connect with you in real time. Friendship can feel like I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. The effort, all the things that it requires. But I think for me, if we could just be intentional about letting people know they matter to us, they could also be sustainable to our relationships. So you tell me, what are some things you do to make effort? Because you're producing a show later today.
Yes.
You act. You have greenlit ATL.
ATL.
You're always working out.
Yes.
So how do you incorporate friendship into a busy life?
Friendship has always been important to me. I don't know a season in my life where it wasn't important to me. It's it's part of my regimen. You know how every week, every month we get our nails done, we get our hair done, we go to the gym. We friendship is part of my regimen. I've always been this way.
Yeah.
I feel like friendship is just part of the way I think. Because you're in my life.
Yeah.
So you're part of my regimen. So if Trinity
that is so beautiful.
If Trinity is, I swear to you, shout out to my girlfriend Tequila Whitfield. We were on the phone the other day, and she said she said EJ. She calls me EJ. It's for Ernestine Johnson, my maiden name. And she said EJ. She said I genuinely think you wake up every day to figure out what can you do for your friends. She said she said that's one thing I can say about you. She said I genuinely think you wake up every morning and say, what can I do for my friends today?
Yeah.
And that's all. I've been this way.
Yeah.
And I think this is historically why I got hurt or felt like, oh my God, I wasn't considered or I wasn't thought about. And I always think about them. But that's how I'm wired.
Yeah.
I love friendship.
How have you been able to, discern who is and isn't for you in terms of friendship?
I haven't always been able to discern. I think that's the trick right there.
Do you
I
think,
haven't.
Do you think you're still like navigating that space?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I do. I
gotcha.
think I'm a lot better now. But I think navigating that space I think it's a journey, especially in this day and age where people are such great actors. You meet someone and you're like, I met someone last year who I loved at first glance. I'm like, oh my God, I love her. She's like me. She's bold and confident and yada, yada, yada.
She cute.
She's cute. And she was an actor. So I think you live and you learn, and it's a journey. You're swimming in these venomous waters, and it's shallow over here, it's deep over here. You got to figure out which is the deep end, which is the shallow end. And last year I was mad about it, but now when I look back about it, I'm like, I'm grateful for that experience too, because again, it's building me up.
Yeah.
It's building the discernment in me. So now I know what to look for. Okay, that was a red flag. I didn't see that. I think it's a journey.
Yeah, I think for me, one thing I've done is stop trying to. I love beautiful people. I really do. I wanted to
like aesthetically.
She's cute. Yeah,
absolutely.
I do. I really do. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Like, I want to be my friend because she's cute. That's how I was when I was younger. And then I found out like some of the prettiest women can be the most insecure.
Absolutely.
Can be the most broken. Can be the most unhappy.
Yeah.
And because they're like that, to be in relationship with them, you have to be like that. Does that make any sense? And so I've stopped, and it's not, I have beautiful friends, don't get me wrong. I have like beautiful friends. But I stopped looking at people for their outer appearance.
Yeah.
And I started seeing like what their character do.
Yeah.
Are you honest?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Do you have integrity?
Do you have integrity?
Yep.
Are you integral for real?
What are your ethics?
Yes. And how do you treat people? Like, how do you treat people? Because I think for me, as a Christian, I've drawn near to a lot of Christian women, but although they carry that title Christian, they're not very
Christian-like.
They're not God-like. You know what I mean? But they wear that title proudly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or they just go to church.
Or they just go to church.
Yeah.
They have no real relationship with God.
Yeah.
And then you don't really, for me, I don't think I really discovered that some people didn't have a real relationship with God.
Until you had one, huh?
Until I had a relationship with them.
Oh, wow.
I thought I would admire their relationship with God. Like, like she's a faith walker. She's a, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's on her, like I like that she's in a relationship with God.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a friend that I can call and pray with and so forth. And then you become their friend and you like how they treat you. You know they ain't got no relationship with God.
Absolutely.
Because the relationship with God changes how you treat other people. I can tell the strength of your relationship with Him by how you handling me. You know what I mean? And so I think I've stopped trying to, and this is for the women who may be watching who. You're an aesthetic person. I think I've stopped trying to see the beauty of you before seeing the character of you.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's how I've increased my discernment for friendship.
Yeah, that's good. I could say this. I mean, again, we live in the social media age. I've done the friend groups, and it looks good on Instagram, and we've taken the pictures, and we've done the reels,
the passports,
and all that stuff looks great. Been there, done it to the highest level. I just want people in my life who are genuine.
Yes.
And who are
authentically them.
Authentically them. That doesn't mean, and I think when people use the word genuine, sometimes people always think genuine just means she's so sweet and genuine. You always hear sweet and genuine together. And genuine doesn't mean sweet. Genuine just means authentic. It just means real. It just means she's truly who she is. So if you're aggressive, cool.
Yeah.
I'd rather that. Like, I'd rather you, if you're an aggressive person, be aggressive, but don't pretend to be anything else.
Absolutely.
If you're sweet, then be sweet.
Yeah.
I like them both, but I just want you to be genuine. Whatever you are, just be it.
Yeah.
Walk in it boldly. That's all I want around me now.
Yes.
Because like you said, it's like you can have beautiful friends and they are aesthetically pleasing and it looks good and yada, 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 all that stuff. But when stuff goes down in your life, and this is what the last couple years actually taught me, when real life happens to you and you need a friend, that pretty girl, you being pretty and us taking Instagram pictures and looking cute together on Instagram means nothing. Did you show up for me when I was in the darkest hour?
Yes.
Did you show up for me when I felt like I couldn't get up? Did you show up for me? That's all that matters now.
I don't think real friendship is defined in the highest moments. I think real friendship is defined in the lowest moments.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When people okay, so it brings to mind, I believe it's in Mark, the second chapter of Mark, or Mark 12. But anyway, I could be very wrong, but anyway, it's the paralyzed man in the Bible. He's paralyzed, and he has 4 friends, and they all go. Well, the paralyzed men see him, and they're like, you know what? We're taking you to Jesus. You need to be healed. You need to be walking. You need. It's time for you to. It's time. This lane is done. Okay. So they get to the house where Jesus is, but there's a crowd of people there that can't get through the doors to get to Jesus, and so the 4 friends climb on top of the house, dig a hole in the roof, and lower him into the house before Jesus. And Jesus says to the lame man, you are healed because of the faith of your friends.
Yes.
And if you don't look at me and see me, regardless, I may be in a paralytic condition. But if you don't look at me or show up for me, if you don't look at me and say, okay, I know what I can do to help you. And I'm not gonna just pray about it. I'm not gonna just, I'm gonna get in the trenches. I'm finna go dig. I'm finna go figure out what we can do to get you walking. And if you don't look at me and call that thing out of me that you see, but when you see, like, I need friends like that. Like if my friends, like I want to be healed because of the faith of my friends, like for real.
And the Bible says your friends are your intercessors.
Yes.
Your friends are your intercessors. Your friends should be praying for you. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think having friends that are not just praying, but will show up for you, show up on your behalf in your weakest, in your lowest,
your darkest
in your
hours.
devastation.
Yes.
Having those friends who can, I think about my friend Nicole. I often say this about her, and I love her so much. I don't have to talk to her every day or anything, but when I tell you, if I call her right now, she will hop on a flight from Chicago and get to me. She's that kind of friend. You know what I mean? And I haven't talked to her in a week, but I guarantee you,
you call her right now, she's showing up.
It's happening. But what I love about my relationship with her, when I think about my relationship with her, she has loved me the same at my best and my worst.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to find friends. It's
that.
rare.
Yeah.
It's rare that a lot of people are all hype on you when you're like, you know what I mean?
Oh, what? I can write a book about it. Oh man, since 2020, this last 4 years of my life has showed me. I mean, pre-2020, everybody you want to be in the pictures with me. You want to be at the grand opening. You want to be at the red carpets with me and the screenings and the movie. And after 2020, it was a lot of people who wanted to be silent. When we went through things, when I went through things, when my family went through things, you weren't there. But when it was glitz and glam, you wanted to be the first one there. You wanted to be on the VIP list. You wanted to sit right next to me.
Yeah.
But when things got hard and things didn't look as pretty as they did, it was like, oh, I'm over here, girl. But you wanted to be next to me on the red carpet.
Yeah.
You wanted to sit next to me in the seats. You wanted to be at my table then.
Yeah. And discovering that people only see you for what you do and not for who you are is devastating.
Oh, yeah. It's heartbreaking.
Ew,
it's
like,
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the feeling that gives me even saying that, because it's literally devastating. So tell me, how have you dealt with that when you came to realize that they like what you do and they like how they benefit from you, but they may not like you as much?
That's so tough. It's still like, it's still something you just have to, it's still something you deal with. I'm a lot better now, I'm telling you. This last year has been great. Ugly, but great.
Yeah.
You have to realize, like, again, it's the expectation. I had such high such high expectations on people. But what God really showed me this last year especially is like, I am him. Everything that you're seeking, you can only get it from me.
Yeah.
So like all these things where I thought I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't deserving enough, or I wasn't worthy enough for her. She didn't like me. She didn't really like me. She just liked what I came with. She liked my access. She liked my relationships that I have. She liked the VIP service that comes with me. But she didn't like me. And that hurt. And it still hurts. But God has shown me this last year, like, everything that you're seeking from people, you can only get from me.
Yeah.
It can only be replenished from me.
I think it's so important for us as believers to realize that people cannot fill our voids. They can't.
No matter how hard you want them to.
They can't fill them. And
not even your spouse.
No.
Not your spouse.
Your spouse cannot fill your void. A lot of times when we feel like we're lacking something or something is missing in our lives, it's not because we don't have enough people around us. It's because we don't have enough God in us. You know what I mean?
That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
And when you're not intentional, like, you come from God, okay? That's your creator. how much are you going to understand about yourself if you're not getting to know him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that it's so important for us, it's imperative that we take inventory of ourselves and see who are we really focusing the best of ourselves, like who are we really giving the best of ourselves to?
Yeah.
Because I'm giving the best of myself to Ernestine, I'm going to feel empty. If I'm giving the best of myself to Brandon, I'm going to feel empty.
Yes.
If I'm giving the best of myself to my staff, to the people online, to all these people I serve in some capacity.
Yeah.
If I'm giving the best of, I could be getting all these accolades. I could be being rewarded. I could be, receiving all type of awards and all the things that come with doing a good job.
Yes.
But go to my house, sit down, and cry.
Yep.
Because I feel so lonely.
Empty and lonely.
Empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in those times I've been in that time. I came out of that time last year. And I think it was God. And it's like such a beautiful revelation when you have it, because it's like God was showing you this whole time, like, yeah, babe, you put all that energy over there when you're supposed to be putting that energy over here with me.
Yes.
So like you thought acting was so important. So now let me take it away from you. You thought these friends were so important and this friend group was so this and that. Now let me take it away from you. You thought social media and your following and your clout and your influence and your VIP, you thought that was so important, and you put so much emphasis and energy and effort and time into all of this.
Yeah.
So now let me start snatching stuff and cutting stuff up so you can come back to me, the ultimate source.
Yes.
You can only be replenished through me. You're not going to find it here.
Yeah.
You're not going to find it in her. You're not even going to find it in your husband. So all this effort you're putting out, pouring and giving, and whatever it is that you're really secretly seeking, you can only get it from me.
Only can get it in God.
You can only so now let me put you on your knees. So you can come dragging yourself back to me.
Yes.
That's it's beautiful, but it's ugly, but it's beautiful.
It's ugly, but it's beautiful. Because sometimes we do, unfortunately, sometimes we have to fall to understand that there's a God who wants to actually hold us up.
Yes.
It's not that God wants to strip these things from you. It's not. That's not what he wants to do. He wants you to realize that these are resources, and then I'm your source.
Yes.
And I'm providing you with these resources. And the thing is, you're trying to get the resources without the source. It just don't work like that.
It doesn't work that way. And I'm going to show you time and time again.
I'm gonna show
it doesn't work that way.
Like, that camera is plugged in that wall, and that camera can work, but without that plug,
if you unplug that source,
listen,
it's over with.
Exactly. It's just a resource.
Yeah.
And I think we have to realize that in our relationships. So sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I almost said it too fast, but I need to slow down with this thought. I feel like a lot of times, especially for us as believers, we will. Friendship is hard because we really do place the responsibility of God onto people.
Yeah.
And then we're upset and we're resentful of people because they're not being godly. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not that they don't have the capacity to. They don't have the ability to be God in your life.
Yeah.
So you have to stop and you have to look in the mirror and you have to say, you know what? It's me. It's not them. And you may need to apologize to some people because you've placed that expectation on them to show up in a way that it's inhumane.
Yep.
They can't. You know what I mean?
They physically, mentally, spiritually cannot.
They cannot.
Yes.
And now you've placed all of this responsibility on them and you're trying to figure out why relationship just doesn't work for you. Relationship doesn't work for you because you're not in relationship with the creator of relationship.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So qualifying relationships is a concept that not everyone is familiar with.
Qualifying relationships? Okay.
Right? Like tiering your, I call it tiers.
Okay.
I just believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I love that you said associates earlier. You said colleagues. Like that's really important.
Yeah.
Because I think this girl here, the quote unquote friendship coach, has done a poor job. I have called so many people friend. One bit more friend. Okay, it's definitely an acquaintance. It's definitely an associate. It's definitely a colleague. It's definitely a person you know from the gym. It's definitely a person you met. Like it's just that's it.
Yeah,
just an acquaintance.
Yes.
But so I feel like qualifying relationships is something that people truly aren't familiar with. But how do you determine which friendships are worth investing in deeply? And how has this process changed for you over time?
I qualify. I would say partly because I don't have all the answers. I would say I partly qualify friendships now. And you're my friend and how you invest in me, how you show up for me.
Yeah.
How interested are you in me? Are you really interested in me?
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you have those friends that come around. It's all about them. I'm like, well, dang. Well, my day was great, too. Thanks for asking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Are you invested in me? Are you invested in my family? Are you invested in my child? Have you asked about Kobe? How's Kobe doing? How's school going for her?
Yeah.
Like, are you invested in me, the person? Not me, what I do. Not me, the actress. Not me, the producer. Not me that has the access and the relationships. Are you invested in me?
Yeah.
Have you asked about my child and my husband?
Yeah.
Like, just me, the person. So
Yes.
that's definitely something. And consideration. Consider is one of my favorite words in this season. Do you think carefully of me? Do you regard me the way I regard you? The way I think carefully of you? I know when someone doesn't regard me.
Yeah.
And I think before, I knew you didn't regard me, but I wanted this relationship so bad because I love friends so bad that I swept your lack of regard for me under the rug because of the look of it all.
Yeah.
That season is done.
Give me a personal experience that you had when you realized a person did not have a regard for you.
I mean, yes. Recently, a person who I thought I was friends with for many, many years, who I loved and still love, essentially, because I just have love for you. But I realized recently, you don't consider me. You consider me when it's beneficial for you. And I've kind of noticed it before, but I kind of swept it under the rug because you're kind of like that with everybody. So I thought, okay, maybe that's just her. But then no, I started seeing you consider some folks. I saw how you considered her, and I saw how you considered her, and I saw how you considered him. Oh, so you do know how to be considerate. You just are not considerate with me. Okay, so now I have to have the gumption and confidence enough in me and my own gifts and abilities to remove myself from spaces that I was overly considerate or I was never even considered at all.
Yeah.
So now I have to remove myself from these spaces. So yeah, recently I had a friend who I would have rode for till the wheels fell off. Because I thought we were gang.
Yeah.
But you showed me, you don't really consider me.
Yeah.
You don't really regard me.
You gang when it benefits you.
You're gang when it benefits you. Or you're gang when it looked good.
Yeah.
For social media. But there were some real times in your life when you were in dark places where I showed up. It wasn't about a camera or a phone or a following.
Yes.
I just showed up for you because that's what I do.
Yeah.
But I realized, okay, so it's not really reciprocal. And that's hurtful.
Yeah. So tell me,
It hurts.
like, with your career and all the things that you do, how has being in the industry, what has being in the industry taught you about friendship?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have industry friends. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think you
can't-
separate them.
Yeah, I think I've already kind of I don't have industry friends.
Okay.
Like again, you ask my friends, I am a person who friends hard. So like I think the industry friends, I've kind of already separated. Those are my industry associates. They're actors who I know. They're producers who I know. Those are my industry. Those are my colleagues.
Okay.
We're coworkers. We do movies together. We've been in movies together. But I don't think I have industry friendships. And the friendships that I do have who are in the industry, those are my real friends.
Yeah.
Like my friend Terry J. Vaughn, Cass Seegers, those are my friends. But I don't think I have industry friends. But what I have witnessed from outside looking, in other people's situations, that there are people who do click up because of the industry or because of what it looks like. And I know that that's not real. And I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
So it's like I've already kind of put you in a category over here. And it's no hate or shade or none of that. It's just like, you're over there.
Yeah.
And like, I really am building over here real people and real genuine relationships from my end.
Yes.
And then, I can't even say that always I've just been the best friend in the world. Like, definitely have my shortcomings, definitely have my own faults and flaws that I've learned over time. Like, oh, you were kind of a mean girl in this situation, or you lacked accountability in this situation, or you made this all about you.
Yeah.
When you're not considering her feelings and how she felt about it, because you're just so wrapped up in your feelings and how it affected you. So yeah, it's just all a journey, man. All of this whole thing is a journey.
Friendship often looks different when we're single compared to when we're married or even when we become mothers.
Yeah.
How have you balanced these transitions, and what advice would you give to women who are trying to maintain their friendships while embracing new roles in their life?
Oh, that's so good. I always like the balance word always tricks me a little bit because I'm like, I don't know if I find balance or if balance really exists. I feel like you find your rhythm and your flow and what works for you and you work that.
Okay.
So again, for me, I'm a person who's always, friendship has been a part of my regimen. So friendship didn't really change when I got married or had kids because...
How did your husband adjust to that? Because I think it's so important to have husbands who are advocates for friendship.
Yeah.
Because some men aren't.
My husband, he's not a huge friend person. And he knows I'm the friend person. He knows I'm the social butterfly. He knows I love friend groups and friend dates and friend meetups. And he knows all of that, so he just supports it. And so I wouldn't say that has really affected us at all.
That's beautiful.
I think the biggest thing that affects is like, he's like, you're just too social. You want to do another game night?
Yeah.
Like, all right, you want to do another double date night?
Again.
Here we go again. Because who are we going to dinner with now? It's like, I would say that's our fight.
That's Brandon.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, babe. Yeah, my friend and her husband, they want to come. Like, and he's like, all right, babe, another date night, playing spades again. I was like, so I would say that's our biggest thing. But I will say that what has affected me and motherhood, friends who don't have children, they don't sometimes consider you have another person attached to you now. And
Literally attached
to you, right? So no, I can't just pop up and go anymore. Or I would like you to ask about my child. I would like that.
Yeah, because this
comes
matter
with me
to
now.
you, then my child has to matter to you.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a friend called me yesterday, actually, and she said, how's Kobe doing? She said, how was her first 2 weeks of school?
Aww.
And I told her, I said, that just brought me so much joy that you started the conversation with, how was Kobe's first 2 weeks of school?
Yeah.
Because that shows me that you're invested in me. Because she's a part of me.
Yeah.
So it's not just about me. And like, she didn't say, oh, how's set going? Or how's acting? How was the first 2 weeks of school?
Yes.
That just meant so much to me. It's the consideration.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm a mom, I've really enjoyed having my friends to not put pressure on me to show up. Yeah, but like coming to me, like coming to visit me at my house, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, where most people experience, I don't know, do you think friendship is different in your 20s than in your 30s? I feel like my 30s is just like, my friendships are just thriving. Like, this is where it is.
Oh yeah, I feel like your 30s are those. I mean, I haven't hit 40 yet, but from what I'm hearing, 40 is great too.
Yeah.
But I feel like 30s is where it's at. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the greatest season of my life. Like, I look good, feel good. Like my wisdom is better. Just the maturation of it all. 20s, like, yeah, you have friends, and don't get me wrong, I'm still friends with a lot of my friends from my 20s. But you're going out, you're having fun, you're hanging out, you're finding yourself, you're discovering, you know what I mean. And your 30s is like, okay, that didn't work for me. Now I know what I like. Now I know what I don't like. The dates start to change. So now we're not going to the lounge or the club anymore. Now we're meeting up and we're going to coffee. Or we're going to church. We're going to pottery. And
we're reading these books. We're sharing the books.
Literally, we're sharing these. We're in a, like, you know what I mean? We're doing
Yeah.
paint and sip. So the dates start changing. The conversations start changing, or they should, at least if you're maturing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
I have just loved this season of my life because, especially here in my 30s, because I feel like I have friends who just get it.
Yeah.
I'm not falling out with nobody. Like,
Yeah.
we're not having no useless arguments. Like,
Right.
if we're in any sense, in any, what I would call, I wouldn't even call it an argument. We're not, I'll just say we're not
Debate.
saying eye to eye debate.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so respectful.
Yeah.
Like, it make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you know?
Yeah.
I love it here because I feel like before, like, friendship has been stressful for me.
Yeah.
I've had seasons of my life where it was stressful. And then, like, now I realize that friendship is actually supposed to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is these are relationships I'm adding to my life.
Absolutely.
And so they're not like, what would I say? They're not relationships I have to have. Like, I have to be a relationship, like, for the most part, like with my mom or like my family. But these are relationships I'm actually choosing to be in. So they should be something that I actually enjoy being in.
They should.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that for me. I'm just.
No, I love that for you too.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. And I feel like it's good when you find your people, right? And I think the relationships that are tumultuous and the relationships that you do have to second guess or there's weird energy, I think that is God showing you that these are not your people. And I'm going through that and I've gone through that this last year, like God removing people, or maybe I was the one removed. Maybe I was removed from someone's life. Maybe I wasn't for them. You know what I mean? And that's all good too. It's like, in the season of finding your space, the space that is welcoming you with open arms, the space that like is reserved for you. Like Trinity, this is your spot right here at this table. That's a beautiful space.
It's beautiful. I've also come to realize that when it comes to friends and being removed or God removing people from my life, I'm not crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like when I peep that thing about you, like that red flag, that little joke.
Yeah.
I ain't crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like you're like
it's always a joke.
Yeah.
I'm always the brunt of your joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
I'm not a joke.
And I'm not crazy. And you know you don't like me.
You don't
There's
like
something
me.
about me that you like, but it's not me.
Yeah. it's something, but it's not me.
It's something, but it's not me.
Yeah.
And I think accepting that and quit trying, I've stopped trying to create a new narrative of the reality that I'm experiencing. Like this
You don't like me.
Like this is my experience. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't speak to me the same way you speak to her. Like when you see her, you're like, hey girl.
Oh my! When I tell you there was someone that was in my life, I noticed them do it every time. Hey girl.
Yeah.
And when it came to me, I never got that.
No, they're like.
But I was graciously like this for you, like, hey, peace queen, and it was
Yes.
like never the same. But I realized too, even in those moments, and I used to get so down on myself, like, what is it about me? Like maybe I'm doing. Those girls are jealous of you.
Same.
And it's not a jealous, it's an envy.
It's an envy.
Let me switch the wording. It's an envy.
I
and
agree.
it's not like, oh, Trinity. It's just something in you that they see that they lack.
Yes.
So it really don't even have nothing to do with
They
you.
see it as a lack. Like, okay, so
Yes.
for like. And I think I wrote about this in the Mean Girl Manual, but sometimes I feel like what women will do is because I want to be more relational. Okay, so let's just give this analogy. I would like to be more relational. And I keep saying that Ernestine keeps making these connections with people that I would like to be in connection with.
Yeah.
And instead of embracing that about Ernestine, and now I have access to Ernestine, maybe I can learn how to do the same thing without competing with her.
Yes.
I now see her as an enemy because I'm not as relational.
Now you have the secret enemy in me that I don't even know about.
No.
And it's manifesting in you making me the burn of the joke always.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
manifesting in you not being warm and you're welcoming with me. It's manifesting all these little things that are red flags that I may pay attention to or not pay attention to, depending on if I'm using my wisdom and discernment.
Yes. Or if I address it because I'm using my discernment, then you try to gaslight me like, girl, that's no. You're
overthinking
girl,
that.
I'm not overthinking it. You don't
You're
like
overly
me.
emotional.
I think one of the first signs to know if a person truly likes you is how they greet you.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
If I can sit down when you walk in the room, and if I'm not doing something, like I'm not talking about sitting down doing something. Like right now, somebody walks in, I can't get up.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the room and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? You don't smile when you see me, but you like I'm watching how you respond to other people.
Everybody else. I had a friend that ignored me in the room, act like she didn't see me. I know you saw me. I'm 5'8".
Oh,
and
girl.
vivacious and colorful. I always got on something bright. I know you see me walk in this room, but
and I'm beautiful. You see me?
You see me.
Yes.
And it's hi to everybody else. Hi. And you acting like you don't see me right over there. So now I have to sit there and be like, hush, acting like she doesn't see me. Hey, peace queen.
And you know what?
Hey.
A lot of women do that to try to humble you because everybody else sees you.
Because everyone else sees
so
you.
I want to keep my head down and like I don't see you because you need this humility right now.
Yeah, because everyone else is gravitating towards you and it's too much. You don't need it anymore. I literally had a
You
friend
took
tell
the
me.
words out of my mouth.
I literally had a friend tell me, I said, why don't you ever like any of my pictures? You don't like none of my posts. She goes, you have so many people that like your posts. Like,
You don't need me.
You don't need
my
mine.
support.
She literally, you don't need mine. But it would be nice to have yours because I love you.
Yes.
And it would be nice for you to show me that same love.
Yes.
I like all your posts.
Yes.
I comment on them. I like them.
But you're mad at how other people love me.
Mad how other
so
people
much
love
that
me.
you know what's cringe to me, girl. We can talk about this
Crazy.
in social media.
Not with the water. Girl, let me.
What I find cringe from a lot of individuals that I know personally, like I know them. like they're like in some way intertwined in my life, is that they will never like or comment on my post. And it's not because I'm searching for them. It's because if you comment, like we have relationship now.
Yes.
So if you comment on my post or like my post, I see you because we're in a relationship now.
Yes.
Now maybe before I wouldn't have even noticed it or thought about it.
Yes.
But these people who are like in your life, but never comment or like your post, but will mention your post.
You mentioned it, so you saw it.
I just cringe.
And those same people sometimes, but girl, you know I'm never on Instagram. I don't ever be on Instagram. I don't engage on Instagram.
Girl, lie.
Yes, you do. You saw it all.
Lie.
Actually, you see me more than anyone else sees me because you're watching every single thing that I do.
Yes.
You see it.
And I don't think that's very friendly.
It's
and
not.
I think a lot of us try to play down social media like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, no. Your friends that know you in real life, doing life with you, should be supporting you. And I'm not saying like make sure you go like every post, because I'm sure I don't like all of my friends' posts every time they post. Probably don't even see them all.
Yes.
But it's just like the principle, like you never show presence to me on social media. And then I got a question. If you can't show that love for me that you give me personally, publicly, why? Why you can't be seeing liking my post? Why you can't be seeing coming?
Is it because you're talking about me
Exactly.
behind my back?
Exactly.
And then the people who you're talking about me with, that they see you like, now you look fake and phony because you are?
Yes. And you don't want that realness of you to be shown. You don't want us to know that that's really who you are. So now you got to save face and act like you hate me in public.
Yeah. And let's take it a step further. Other people say, well, I'm just not a social media person. You're on social media every day. You're scrolling.
Yes.
You see stuff.
Yes.
Let's start.
Granted,
there.
we do have people who are not social media
No, there
people.
are genuinely people who are, but you know the ones who they say it, but I know you've seen everything because you've commented on something before in real life about something that I posted. So I know you see my stuff.
Absolutely.
But it's like, oh, I'm just not a social media person. Or, I don't really like liking posts. But it's like you said about the love languages.
Yeah.
If you know your friend, it all goes down to consideration. If you know your friend likes a certain thing.
Yeah.
I feel like as a friend, it is your due diligence to pour into that thing.
Absolutely.
So I know you like for me to comment on your stuff when you're acting posts and when you book something big.
And even if you don't know that I like it, I'm pursuing something. Girl, engage with me.
Engage with me. Support it.
Yes.
I support your stuff.
Yes. I'm like, I'm doing something. You know that I have this platform. Girl, give me some engagement. Like, act like you my friend.
I don't like cookies, but when you started your baking business, I ordered a dozen.
Exactly. And I think, some people watching this will say, it ain't even that serious. It is that serious. Because you're in my personal space, but when it comes to me publicly, you get weird. I don't want it.
It is that serious.
Yeah.
And friendship is biblical.
That part.
So friendship is that serious.
It is that serious.
The Bible says nothing greater than a man who will lay down his life for a friend. Like when the Bible talks about a friend sticking nearer than a brother, friendship is bibiblical. So it is that serious.
It is.
There's a part of the Bible that says your friends, you should be outdoing each other with showing honor.
In Romans 2:10. That's where it is.
Each other.
I want to know if I got it right. I think it's Romans 2:10.
It's like we should be one-upping each other or showing honor to each other.
Yes.
Like
that's
what?
how we're supposed to one-up one another.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to one-up me with your outfit. I want you to one-up me with consideration,
respect,
and love, and respect, honor.
Yes.
Is it that hard?
It's not. It's not that hard.
It's not. But you will find people. You will find people. Your people who regard you and who honor you the way you honor them. They exist.
Yes, they do.
They exist, I promise you.
But sometimes we get into this space where we don't feel like those people really exist because we haven't made room for them. We're so familiar. We like being familiar with our current environment and the people around us, even though we know that they aren't good people for us.
Yeah.
We know them. We know what to expect and so forth. But it does not in any way they're not contributing to our lives in any way. They're just holding space. And sometimes you don't see the people that God has, like your people that God has sent to your life because you're allowing people that he did not necessarily send to your life to fill spaces and you're afraid of the unknown. But sometimes I don't want to say I'm not going to say loneliness is good. What I will say is good sometimes to take some time to be alone.
Yeah.
You need to be alone.
Yeah.
And you need to rest in solitude and really allow God in that quiet time to develop you for the
Yes.
friendships that you really want.
Yes.
I went through a period like that shortly after my wedding in 2014, where I was questioning so many of my friendships, right? My best friend had died, and then I was questioning so many of my friendships because I've been very vocal about this, wrote about it in the book.
Yep.
That we had broken up, and then everybody, because we had been fussing, everybody had their perspective of me. You know what I mean? And for the most part, I was the villain. Like, you know, just because she passed away, now I'm the villain.
Yeah.
Other things, and so I had to really take inventory of the people in my life that I was calling friend.
Yeah.
And a lot of that day, when I decided I would rather not have any friends than have you,
Yeah.
changed everything about me.
Yeah.
I purposely stopped reaching out to people to see who would reach out to me.
Man, that's what?
For real.
When I tell you I've done the same,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna call her. Let's see when she
Let's
calls
see if
me.
I really
I'm
matter to
always
you.
the one reaching out.
Yes.
And I'm okay. Like, I finally feel good enough. And thank you for sharing that. I finally feel good enough. Like, it's okay if you don't call me then.
Yes.
Before, I would be like so distraught about it. Like,
yeah.
so she's really not my friend. She hasn't called. It's been
Right.
2 months.
Right.
I feel good now. I welcome it. I want God to remove it all.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Remove anything that's not for me. People, places, and things that's not serving your purpose for my life. Remove it.
Absolutely.
I feel good about it now.
Yes. I think too, I remember in a time of isolation where God was not just revealing people to me, but revealing me to me. Because I
Yeah.
don't think, that we understand that God will also reveal not just the best of ourselves, but the worst.
Yeah. The parts you need to confront.
And as God was like really forcing me to confront some things within myself, and as I was just embarking upon this healing journey and just growing into be a better friend, I'm so glad for that time of isolation, because that time of isolation actually led to a time of promotion. Like, because the next set of friends I got, and some of them was like the people I found actually reaching back to me, they're still my friends to this day.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the isolation just propelled me to like promotion.
Yeah.
Because I got like really good friends.
Yes.
But I had like God used that time of isolation so that I could receive I could accept and be attractive to those type of people, because
Yes.
sometimes we really want good friends, but you're not a good friend.
But you're not a good friend.
And that's why you're surrounded by all these bad
Or
friends.
they're just God is doing more work in you. You're not done yet.
Yeah, you're not done.
You're not done yet.
You're not
I was
done yet.
reading James. Was it the book of James? Yeah, I think it was James last week I was reading, where it says, consider it pure joy when you go through trials.
Yeah.
Because we know that it's producing perseverance in you, right?
Yes,
And it
yes.
says, let it finish its work
Yes.
so that you may be complete and lack nothing.
Preach, Ernestine.
So I'm like, oh my God, I have to let this happen.
I have to.
Pain is necessary for the process. I
Yes.
have to let this pain happen. I have to go through these trials and tribulations because it's producing a thing in me. And when it's done, I'll be complete and
Yes.
I'll lack nothing. So I gotta let it happen.
Yes.
And the harder part, I have to do it with pure joy.
Yeah.
I gotta do it with a smile on my face.
Yeah, because I realized that
Yes.
even though this does not feel good,
Yes.
it's good
It's
for me.
doing good for me.
Yeah.
It's completing me.
Girl, you my friend, girl.
Man, we're friends.
Girl, you my friend. 'Cause, I really feel that, because so many times I've tried to stop the will of God, not realizing that it was going forth for me.
Yes.
Like, everything what I thought was falling out of place was actually falling into place for me. God
Yes.
was, people I was trying to hold on to, God
Yep.
was removing them
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And God, I don't think we understand how heavy God is on us.
Yes.
Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
God is heavy on you, and He will remove what. I don't care what you think. There are some people who are encountering and going through things right now because they miss with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I stopped trying to stop what God was doing because it didn't feel good,
Yeah.
and accept that all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and who are called according to His purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything about relationship changed for me, and
Everything about life changes.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. And it was easy for me to stop using the word friend so loosely.
Man. And it's like, and I don't want to people don't over spiritualize everything, but it really is.
It's
And these
spiritual.
Bible scriptures sound cliche, but it's like when you really just dissect the word, and then when you actually experience it, you're like, oh, this is really real. Like, this is a living thing. These
Yes.
words are living.
And let me tell you something, listen, your discernment about friendship will change when you make God your friend.
Yeah.
Because all your relationships should be a reflection of that with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think the more intimately I've grown into my connection and my relationship with God,
Yeah.
and understanding how he friends me.
Yes.
I'm not you ain't my friend.
You're not.
Because he always happy to hear from me.
Yeah.
When I call you, like, what?
What's up?
When I greet him, it's like I feel so free to greet him because he's greeting me with joy.
Yes.
You know,
and warmth.
And when you greet me, you mad. Like
You're irritated.
again.
You're short. You're shrewd.
Yeah. Like the light that he's placed inside of me ignites the light. Like it you get what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get you.
When you see my light, you mad that it's shining.
You're mad that it's shining.
So you know
you're
not my
even
friend.
mad at me. You're just mad because you feel like you don't have this light.
Yes.
But guess what? You actually have the light
You
too.
do.
You have it too.
Yes.
But you so stuck worried about my light and what's on my plate. You missing what's on your table.
Exactly.
You got it too.
Yes.
I promise you have it.
And the truth is, I can't have what God has for you. And you can't have what God has for me.
Yeah.
But together we can both have what God has for us, and we can respect however God, like whatever this is God is doing with our relationship.
Yeah.
We can respect what God is doing in each other's lives and celebrate it.
Yes.
And celebrate
Yes.
it. It don't have to be for me how it is for you. And so I think comparison is not just a thief of joy, but the thief of relationship.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Especially when you know, and the word says two or more, where two are better than one.
For sure.
Two are better than one.
Yes. Like the
there's
enemy's
good
always
reward.
want to fight against it. Yes. Because he understands, like, if me and Ernestine get together, what we can really do. You know what I'm saying? Like the power.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
If you fall, I'm here.
Yes.
And if I fall, you're here.
Yes, exactly.
And
exactly.
I think a lot of women don't understand that. But I also don't want to make it like women don't understand, because there are a lot of women who do understand that.
Yes.
And there are a lot of good friends out there.
Absolutely.
And friendship groups and besties. Like there are that out there exists.
Yes.
Like I think women, especially Black women, and I talk to all women, but I love my Black women. I think Black women are waking up to understanding, like, yo, we need friendship. We can't live without it. And I have some beautiful friends, and there's some beautiful friends out there, like, and you will find your people. Like, if you're out there searching for your people and feel like, oh, I'm never gonna find my people or my friendship group or my best friend, your best friend is out there. Your friendship group is out there. There are some really, really, really good women out here.
For sure, for sure. Tell me, what is your advice, or what advice would you give to young women about the importance of cultivating diverse friendships and understanding that not all friendships will look the same as they grow older?
Oh man, it's like when you go to a buffet. There's Chinese food, there's Italian food, there's some African food, there's some Jamaican food. Like you want to experience the flavors of each culture, what they have to bring, how Jamaicans curry is different from Indian curry, and how they season their stuff is different. So like if you go to a buffet and you get to try a little bit of everything, you see the benefits of like, okay, I see why the Jamaicans use this type of curry and the Indians use this type of curry. Like having that diverse palette of friendships. Like I have white friends, Latino friends, Armenian friends. One of my friends best friends growing up is Armenian, and like I actually was sitting at the bar at Houston's the other day, and I met this Armenian couple. I said, "You guys Armenian?" She said, "How did you know?" I was like, "My best friend was Armenian growing up."
Yeah.
And we sat there at the bar for like an hour. Me, her, and her husband had a beautiful conversation.
Yeah.
But had I not had that palate for Armenians growing up eating matnakash, you know what I mean, that I wouldn't have known. But it's like, it's so important to have diverse friends from different backgrounds, from different socioeconomic classes, because it expands your palate. And what expanding your palate does is give you experience. And the more life experience you have,
The more access.
the more, not even just the more access, but the more understanding
Yes, for sure.
and compassion you have with people, because you understand people. And because I'm an actor, I study people for a living, and I've been doing this for over 25 years.
Yeah.
I study people. I'm a real people person, like in real life.
Yeah.
So like studying people mixed with that experience gives you understanding, and the understanding gives you access. The understanding gives you relationships. The understanding helps you find love.
Yeah.
And love is the highest form of understanding.
It is.
So having that diverse palette, be friends with different types of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Be friends with the girl, the drama geek in the drama class. Be friends with the track girl with a popular boyfriend. Be friends with the girl who stays after class and reads extra book. Be friends with them all. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. I think that was the perfect place to end this. Yeah, be friends with them all.
Be friends with them all.
I really appreciate you being here. Is there anything else you would like to leave with the friends watching today?
You know, I always say this. I say, to thine own self be true, right? Mm-hmm. And I've always said that, still not even really truly dissecting it for myself. Mm-hmm. And when I think to thine own self be true means is to set a standard that you wholeheartedly believe in and stand on it. Mm-hmm. Don't let anything knock you off of that mark unless it's the word of God.
Yeah.
If God says, get off of this mark, then that's when you get off.
Yeah.
Recently, I went through something where a friend didn't want me to be friends with another friend. Mm. And because I've always had the attitude where, yeah, if I don't rock with them no more, you shouldn't rock with them either. That was always my stance, always, up until last year.
Yeah.
I realized how immature that way of thinking was, how ungodly that way of thinking was. And in my spiritual maturation, it's like, it really, really, really showed me to thine own self be true, meaning to be true to this standard. Mm. And my standard has always been like, if she's a good friend to you, that's whatever happened between them two ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, she's been a good friend to you. So if you've been a good friend to me, why would I get off of my standard of reciprocating the same thing you've always shown me?
Right.
Right?
Right.
But because I was so stuck to this, like, oh, this immature way of thinking, like, oh, well, if you don't rock with her, I'm not rocking.
Yeah.
I'm not rocking with her. I would say just set some mature standards. Mm-hmm. Some standards for yourself that are rooted in the Word of God, that are rooted in ethics and morals, and a high level of understanding, right, for people and compassion. And don't let anything get you off that mark. If I could go back in time when this particular person told me not to be friends with someone, or not to be, they would not be my friend if I was friends with this person, I would absolutely say, well, then don't be my friend. Yeah. Because you are not even really my friend if you can say something like that. Right. If you can give me an ultimatum of me not talking to someone because then you're not my friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like, in that moment, I felt like I had to stand on this thing because of time and tenure. Well, I knew her longer. Yeah. It don't matter who's known who longer. Mm-hmm. That way of thinking is dead for me. I could have met Trinity 2 weeks ago, and Trinity could be a better friend to me in 2 weeks than this girl has ever been to me in 2 years. Yes. So if Trinity has shown you she's a great friend and she has shown up for you, it don't matter time and tenure, none of that matters. Yeah, for sure. What matters is the level of investment, the level of love, the level of reciprocation a friend has with you. And I feel like that's how we qualify our friendships. Yeah. So qualify your friendships, set a standard for yourself and how you operate in friendships, and stand on it. Mm-hmm. And don't let anything get you off that mark besides the Word of God. Yeah. That's good. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I really pray that when you watch this episode, that it impacts your lives in more ways than you could have imagined when you hit play. I really, really do hope that when you go and sit with this conversation, because I feel like this is one that you'll be processing for days. When you go and sit with this conversation, that you don't just continue to see other people, but you also see yourself. Yeah. I love you. I cannot wait for you to join me again on the next episode of Friend Fusion. But until then, friend. See you soon, friend. Ooh.